Hi everyone, and welcome to the Turtlebat YouTube page. I'm Gary, and today I'm going to be doing another Marvel Legends unboxing. The set I'm going to be looking at is the brand new King in Black Knull and Venom 2-pack. So I'll roll the titles and then I'll go straight into having a look at this. Okay, and that's the Venom joints all warmed up and ready to go. So here is a quick look at him now, just as he's standing there. So I'll just give him a quick turn around here. And what we'll do is I haven't actually measured him yet, so I'll just measure him very quickly. So I do have his ankle down a bit there, so he is leaning slightly. And Venom seems to be 1, 2, 3, yeah, about from toe to top of head, about 8.3 inches, I want to say here. So that's pretty interesting. Again, another tall figure, just slightly shorter than the Knull. Really cool figure. The detailing just on the head here is incredibly comic accurate. The emblem on the front and the back. Part of the reason I got this figure is, or I wanted to get this figure I should say, is I believe, and I could be wrong, this may be the Marvel Legends Venom movie body, but done in the comic style. And so I loved that figure, but for me it's not Venom unless he has his symbol and he has the white there on the back of his wrist. You know, that to me is Venom. So I wanted to wait, and then seeing this, had to order it. So very quickly going through the articulation here, I found it really easy to go through and warm it up there. The only issue I had was with the feet, and I'll come to that when I get to them. So starting with the head is on a double ball joint, same as the Knull. So there is no hinge, it's limited movement, so it's left, right, down, up, and that's about as far as it goes. So it's limited by, there you go, just popping the head off, by how much you want to pop the head sort of back, and then actually pop it off the joint. And then just taking a look at the arms here, we don't have any butterfly joints in him either. So we have the hinge there, so it's up, whoops, up, down, or in and out. Then it can go the full 360 because there's nothing restricting his movement here. We have double joint at the elbow, so just bend this up here. Okay, it's making a layer out of me now. There we go. So double joint. So I swear that was a lot easier off camera to do. I'm not sure why it's so stiff now, but we'll just do it again there. So you can see the double joint, and then just twist that back down, and then you have a swivel here at the bicep, and then you have a normal hinge here in the hand, so it just turns around and then hinges out and in. And it's the same on this side, so again, out, in, full 360, and double jointed elbow, and hinge at the hand, and then swivel at the bicep as well. And then on the chest, a bit more articulation now than what Knull had. So we have a double ab crunch. So the first one is here, so just hold it just so we can bend that forward a bit, so you can see that ab crunch there. So forwards and backwards. Now this ab crunch at the top actually has a swivel as well. So this is very similar to the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. And then there is, like the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, there's an ab crunch here, but this is on a hinge. This is just molded in, so it can only go backwards and forwards. But you can get a full range of motion there between the two ab crunches. which is great. So remember, if you're posing them, the swivel is up here. It's not down here. There is nothing there. Then at the leg, again, similar to the Spider-Man, the spinneret, the leg can go out, the leg can go back, but it is limited by the plastic around the back here, so it can only go back so far. The leg can go out, go in, and then it's on, I should say as well, both legs are on ball joints. And then we have a swivel at the thigh. We have double joints at the knees. So these are quite easy to pose. I'll actually just lift the arms up, give a better look at them. So this is really easy to pose, I find, with the legs. So as always, just be careful, a little bit of force. If you feel it resisting and you think you're at that point where you think it's going to snap, just don't. Just get some warm water or a hair dryer and just air dry it. Don't worry about trying to force it, because you could just end up snapping the joint, and as someone who's done that with a figure before, that is not a nice feeling, especially when you try to fix it. And then same as the Knull, there is no boot cut, so there is no swivel, so the swivel is only here at the thigh. And then with the ankles, what I would say is I found these to be incredibly tight. So initially I just thought they could go that far and then that far. But if you put a little bit of pressure on them, just be careful, you can get a full extension on the foot there. And there is a hinge there that allows you to do that, and like the Knull, there is a swivel as well, the rocker ankle, and it's the same on this side as well. So not much motion at the front, it can only go so far, but more at the back. There is a full extension at the back there. Okay, so this is the smaller wing that I was talking about. So you can see there, very bat-like. So we just have the flat black, I should say, at the back. You can see some holes coming through. So they're more, you can see, hopefully this side. You do have this bright scarlet for the symbiote, so for Knull. And then, oh no, actually, do you know what it is? I'm just realizing it's a double wing. So this is one part of the wing, because there is a socket here, and then there's the peg there. So I'm just realizing it must be a double hinged wing. So just pull that bigger one out. Yeah, and there we go. So there is a peg there. So this, okay, so the wingspan is going to be a lot bigger than I was expecting. So there's the other part of the wing. You can see again the tears in the membrane of the wing. This bright, sort of darkish scarlety red here, you know, like a deep red for the wing, kind of the symbiote, the Knull colour. And then around the back here, if we just twist it around, just matte black. And you can see that kind of shine. And then the peg is just there. So what imagine you do is you take the peg here and the socket here, and I'm imagining they just connect in there like that. So you can kind of see now the wing here. So that is quite an extension on the wing. Where do we just get a quick look here from tip to tip? Oh my god. 11 inches from tip to tip. I was not expecting that. So that is the length. So it's just about, if I move my finger there, so from tip to tip, roughly about 11 inches. That's incredible. So we'll just get the other wing ready. There is slightly different tears here in the membrane of the wing. We'll just get the other one here for reference. There is slightly different cuts in the membrane. They're not exactly the same. We'll just show the alternate head here very quickly. So this is the alternate head. So you can see the other one is the tongue out. This is that kind of classic Venom toothy grin, that menacing grin. and then we just have a left and a right fist there. So these are just closed fists, and just showing. And this is the right, so we'll just show this a moment. So there you go. Now, just to bring Venom back in here, bring the wings. So what I've actually decided to do is actually show how to pop them in. Now, I've already changed the head, just because it's a standard action figure, just popping the head off the ball joint, popping it back on. I've just done it with a Knull there, and anyone that's watched the previous Renew Your Vows video, you'll have seen me do it with the Spinneret and Spider-Man. So here we have the two holes, so I'm just going to get the first set of wings. If you can see the peg there again. So what I'm going to do is just push this in here. Do apologies, this is actually going to be a little bit more difficult, so we'll try laying them. What do we see? Try and make sure that you can all see this. So this is taking a bit of pressure, as you can see me here. So the good news is the socket is tight. Now, this is at the stage where it's kind of having to be worked on here. So this may be a case of boiling it first. Boiling the peg, I would say. Yeah. Try the other one and then put it in. So just to kind of soften it up. Just so that it'll sit on here. Because they have made this so tight, there is a little rim around here. And that's going to connect and lock it in place. So it's just trying to get that in now. And the problem is because this is hinged as well, the hinge is moving. So I'll try just taking the wing off there and just try again with this. Okay, what do we see? So it does have to go on at a bit of an angle. And I am pushing with considerable force here. Now there is no clicking noises, which is what I would have expected. This one seems to have gone in now. So it seems to be there, which is good. We'll try with the other one here. See if I can get it in this time. So it's a good and a bad thing. It's bad because it's so difficult getting it in. It's good because I'm having to fight it, so I'm a feeling it should be easier coming back out. Just to try and take these back off than they are. So the danger would be if they did lock in place, that you might not be able to get them back out without snapping the peg. So I would say that's probably why the Marvel Legends team have designed it the way they have. So there we go, bit of success. So there is from the back. There is from the front. So if you like, you could always have these short wings for Venom, but if you want the full effect, obviously you're going to want to snap on the wing extensions here. So we'll just get these snapped on, and straight away I can feel the weight of these wings. This is going to be a very interesting challenge for collectors and photographers. Well, in fact, everybody, you can kind of see these are already just lopsided, just hanging down here. So again, I mean, for me, this is a flaw. If these had locked into place, you know, if there was a way to release them, but still have them lock in, this would solve a lot of issues. Now, it might just be my figure, but I'll be interested to see now, as some people are starting to get these. I'm very curious to see, is anyone else having this issue. So for me, it is this right wing. Just does not want to cooperate. So it's just kind of hanging in there. But this is insane. So that's a roughly 24-inch wingspan, I want to say, between the two wings. And because of the weight of them, they're just falling down. Like this one, the left is staying up because that is stuck in. The right, oh my god, the right again just does not want to play ball with me. If I could try and get this to stay in, it'd be a bit snugger than it is, but it just does not want to stay in the socket. So there we kind of go. Let's manage it. So I'll take the one where I get it. But my god, that was a fight. It's so big I can't even get it in frame. There we go. So you can kind of see just me just flapping them there. So this, so pros and cons straight away. One, bit of a nightmare getting that right wing in. That's con. Pro, it does look very intimidating, very cool when you're just having standing like this. Con, having them on a shelf because the wingspan's so big, it's taking up a lot of shelf space. Arguably, I would say an unnecessary amount of shelf space. And also the fact that if I let him go, sorry Venom, that weight is just, you know, the wings are heavier almost than the actual figure. So we'll try and do some quick posing here. Okay, so there we go. So that, okay, so we'll mark that down as a pro. Just a quick bit of posing there. I was able to balance him with the wings. And that, okay, that definitely, that's a pro. That looks amazing. Now, what I was going to say is a con is you still may want to invest in a flight stand, or a sort of figure stand with little clear hooks just to go around the waist, just to hold them in place if you're going to be posing them on a shelf long term, because I can very easily see a gust of wind just coming along, hitting one of these wings and not only taking him out, but taking out every other figure that is standing nearby him. So this fallen angel look, he will very much become a fallen angel. But I mean, I can't deny it, this is incredibly cool. This is so much cooler than I imagined. Just that image of him just with that wingspan. If we try just bending them down a bit, you could potentially have them, whoops, have them kind of as a bit of a stand, so you would need to rock them forward a bit. Yeah, that weight is pulling him down, so there you go, kind of a, yeah, he's not going to stand. There we go. So you can kind of have them pointed down. And there's a lock from the back. Just spin that around. So what we'll do, I will pop him out of the road and we'll cut now, and I'll try and get some quick articulation photos with some quick poses. So here we go. And so here is pose number 1. I've swapped the tongue head back on. And just try and get these wings in frame. So we kind of spin him around a bit. I'm having to hold on to his feet here just to stop him from falling. Full disclosure, when I was off camera, the wings did pop off. Both of them was ironically the left wing first, then the right. So I did have to pop them back in. There we go, there's that weight. You see, it heard me talking about it and then it pops off again. You know, this, I've got to be honest, is a massive disappointment for me. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, but I was expecting so much more from these wings. They look amazing, they're incredible when they stay on, but I feel like Hasbro could have done a lot more work to make sure that these actually stay on the figure and you don't have this issue of them constantly popping off. I mean, I wouldn't normally recommend this, but frankly, if you have the money and you can afford to buy 2 and you really want to display them with the wings, I would say, even if you don't have the money to buy 2 and you don't mind doing it, your best option is probably just to glue the wings on, because that's the only way I can see them staying. You know, like maybe just get a pose and just put them in. So I'll try another one now and we'll come back. So it'll just be 1 minute here. And oh god, of course, Here's another quick pose. Now I do apologise, the right wing came out again just as I was lifting him over. So here we go. I do apologise everyone. I'm going to have to hold these up from the back. I will give my thoughts on this in a moment if they're not already clear. But there you go, it's kind of another pose, and that's with the alternate head put back on and with the closed fists as well. So kind of another pose you could potentially do with the wings. And there we go. So what we'll do is I'll leave it there, and next time just come back now with both figures and give me final thoughts and review on both. Okay everyone, so here are both figures. I am having to hold the wings at the back of Venom, Eddie here, just to keep them in place. So firstly, we'll start with cons. The biggest con I have is these wings. As you're probably told already from the video, this in my opinion is completely and utterly ridiculous. I really hope this is just with my figure and not with everyone's. If it is with everyone's, it's a disgrace, and I'm saying that now. The price point that Hasbro has been asking for this set, because of these wings specifically, it's a joke to me that these wings do not stay in place, that they keep falling out of the sockets, that they're so ridiculously heavy that when they are in the socket, if they manage to stay in, they can't stay up. So that alone to me is the biggest con. That is ridiculous, and that is a disgrace given the price of this set. That said, pros, to end on something good, both figures I love. The actual figures themselves I love. The sculpts are great, the articulation is great, the detailing is great, especially on the Knull. This Eddie, take away the wings, is for me a near perfect Venom. And honestly, this is why I bought him. I didn't care about these. I thought they were a nice addition, thought they would be cool, but I wanted them for a Venom figure. Because I knew I was going to be getting the Renew Your Vows pack, and I wanted a comic Venom to go with my comic Spidey. So in that respect, I'm happy. I feel content. Just go back to a con. I don't feel like I got value for money though for what I paid, because I would have paid a lot less for just these two figures on their own, minus these stupid wings. That aside, again, the figures are great. I love them. I would definitely recommend picking them up just for the figures. You know, if you can get them without the wings, pay a bit less, I would say do it. With the wings, it's up to you what you do with them. Whatever you choose, I wish you good luck. And I just hope, you know, I don't know if Hasbro will do anything about this. I highly doubt they will. But if I hear any more about it, I'll be sure to let you all know. So yeah, so that's it everyone. That's my review, that's my thoughts. So overall, I hate the wings. Case in point. Love the figures. So there we go. Hate the wings, love the figures. So that was my unboxing and review of the brand new Marvel Legends King in Black Knull and Venom 2-pack. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider liking it, commenting on it, sharing it. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel here so you can keep up to date with all the latest videos. If you're on social media as well, please don't hesitate to look for me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. I'm posting on Instagram and Facebook a few times a week. I post toy photography, behind the scenes photos from the shoots here. I post some toy news as well. I'm posting on Twitter almost daily. Twitter is a lot of just interaction with fandoms I love. Again, back behind the scenes shots from the shoots here. Toy photography that I put up as well. And just anything that I find interesting on Twitter. So have a look. Don't hesitate to check me out in any of those. Don't hesitate to comment and get in touch. Let me know what you like in the videos, if there's anything you'd like to see in the videos. It all really helps, and it means that I can grow the channel and keep doing this and bring more content that you all want to see. So to finish, again, just thanks so much for watching. It's massively appreciated, and until next time, all the best everyone. Bye.